It started in 2020. Trump was out, Biden was in, the pandemic was going on, George Floyd, BLM, all these things are going on, but the most important and pivotal part of that year was the birth of my son. Greetings and salutations. It's Leatherface here. This is my walkaway story. I'm about to go vote today, and I felt it's very appropriate now for me to post this, probably make this the first video on my YouTube, just explaining my transition of becoming a Democrat to a Republican, or from having a liberal mindset to now being conservative. It started in 2020. Trump was out, Biden was in, the pandemic was going on, George Floyd, BLM, all these things are going on, but the most important and pivotal part of that year was the birth of my son. And having to man up, be a father, of course, I didn't want to be a man of excuses. I wanted to be a man of principle, a man of values, a man of virtue, character, and most importantly, a man of faith. Now, I was like an atheist for 10 plus years, not really not believing in God, but more so challenging him. Like, if you exist, like, show him. Like, I had this arrogance. I'm like, I'm a God. I was reading all these self-help books that just put this. It started with The Secret, which was poisonous, and guess who introduced that? Oprah. But that's another video for another day. So now that I'm building my faith and I'm drawing closer to God, I was falling on hard times. That's mainly why I started praying again. I was like, man, I need to provide, and I don't want to make any excuses. I finally got a job. It paid me nothing. But at this job, I was able to watch YouTube a lot. I was on there all day. And I discovered What's a Woman from Matt Walsh. And not even knowing if it was what his political views were, I just knew that whatever is going on in society with this gender-affirming, trans ideology was evil. That's where it began. So now I'm like, let me find out more about Matt Walsh. Now, watching his videos, I'm kind of offended at the stuff he's saying about slavery. And I'm like, but is he lying, though? And find out he's Christian. I was like, let me find some black conservatives. I discovered Larry Elder, who I've seen for years and didn't know who he was, Ben Carson. I rediscovered Candace Owens, and then some other smaller channels like Kingdom Reacts and Lou Valentino. And I just went down a whole rabbit hole. And then what really did it was an Uncle Tom 2 documentary. Man, Larry Elder, I think, had his hands on that, but it's mainly Chattel Jackson and the guys he was working with. That, it was actually, when I first seen it, it went over my head. It was just too much information for me at the time. But yeah, so all these things I encountered on YouTube with this new algorithm now brought me to be a conservative. Now I watch Cutting Through the Culture with Blanche, Chattel Jackson, my brethren, Chuck, Teach 'em Chuck, and Keisha. And there's a few other names out there that are just, it's amazing. Once you leave the left and you discover the right, because the whole thing growing up, they always tell you Republicans are racist and they don't like blacks. And I was like, when people say that to me today, I'm like, even if that's true, so what? Where's your values? These people have a right not to like you. Oh, well, just be an outstanding person. Be an exceptional person. That's it. Stop. Oh, this person's racist. It's weak. Even now with these liberal black men, they just keep talking about Trump being racist. I'm like, even if Trump was racist, he still was a better president. But anyways, God movement. That's why they push feminism, which is the spirit of Eve. When a woman thinks that she can lead, that's the spirit of Eve. It'll only bring chaos. LGBT, abortion, trans ideology, confusing the children with their own sex, with telling them that there could be a boy or a girl. Evil. And that's what I discovered on this journey is really a spiritual battle. It's spiritual warfare. Ephesians 6 verses 12. I actually have the verse right here. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. There's a reason why that bullet missed Trump's head. They don't want to say it. Because if it had hit him, this country would fold. So anyways, I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to do what I have to do right now and go vote. But, one more thing I forgot to mention was just the whole, how they paint Trump out to be something else. It's so evil to me. I watched CNN for 4 years with this Russia, for them to be nothing. That to me, I think, was probably really the beginning of like, what am I watching? And how come they don't say one good thing about Trump? Not one. I have to go to Fox News for that? Why can't y'all just be unbiased and tell the truth? And that's how I realized that we were all under a spell of some sort. But from why and where, I'll dive into that deep in maybe another video. But this is my walk away, and as I'm about to go vote right now, Joe Biden told me I ain't black if I don't vote for them, so. But just pray, yo. Emotions are high. Deception is high. On both sides, there's a lot of just antics. Just draw closer to God. Keep the faith. Pray for the country. Pray for your enemy. Pray for your loved ones. Pray for the future. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
For more great videos, download the Walkaway Social app at walkawaysocial.com. Share your testimonial and join our community.